So today we continue with our class Women's Guide to Practical Halachah. And we start with, Sefer Chofetz Chaim. And the big topic is the same, it's a newer topic. So it's laws of harmful speech. And the topic today is ruining opportunities. So it says any information that, although not derogatory, could harm individual's opportunity for a job or a shidduch should it become known, may not be related. Right? So it's very, very common, like when people meet, they would discuss other people, which is absolutely forbidden. So, right, and if because of whatever these people say, somebody is going to lose their job opportunity because they say this guy he cannot hold any job for more than like 5 months, 10 months, whatever. So, how do you know? Are you taking all of the records? How do you know? Right. So, this is form of lashon hara. It's common when people approach for information regarding shidduch or a job interview. Okay, so it looks like a job interview. I'm not sure how exactly it works. Today, you give references, right? Wherever you want them to contact. Of course, they can call your employer, former employer, and former HR, and check up on you. That's a different story. But usually, I'm not sure how this job interview for shidduch. Of course, yeah, you give the list of the people, and they call in all of these people. Some people require more than 5 references. Very interesting. So, in a person maybe in that reference got jealous that somebody is getting married. I'm not, right? And he or she gave this one word was enough. That slip of his tongue, and that's it. Ruining opportunities. It is forbidden to talk of an individual's physical weaknesses or lacking intelligence, even if neither the speaker nor the listener views these shortcomings as negative. Okay. Sharing such information could prove harmful. Okay. So physical weaknesses, lack of intelligence. Even if it's they say, they say we're not smart, but he's a little smarter. Okay, so that's enough to ruin the opportunity for this person. Okay, stop here. So continue. Let's see. Let me quickly see if we have something on Purim. Just one second. Quickly. Just one second. I want to quickly check. I have something. Yes, Purim 160. So let me do this 160 and then we come back because today's Purim.
Rabbi, can I have a question?
Yes, please.
Are we reading the Megillah or no?
Megillah here? You're asking if we're going to read the Megillah in this class?
Yeah. I thought that somehow.
Okay. No. So let me tell you about Megillah. Megillah has to you only can hear it from a live person that you can hear naturally without speakers and microphone. That's only the reading on the Megillah, and he has to read from the parchment, not from a printing one. Okay, so we're not going to read the Megillah because of all of this that I said today. Okay, so but let's learn about Purim. Anyway, and just so you know, if somebody like me missed today, I'll find out what time they're going to read tomorrow morning, because actually for men it's obligatory to hear twice, at night and in the morning. So in the place where I pray, they read I don't know, 2 times or 3 times. I don't know. I go to the earliest. I go to 6 a.m. But there is 8 a.m. and later on I think another reading. Okay, but find out from your local place. So it's.
Thank you. No problem. No problem.
Okay.
I just thought you were going to do it anyhow.
No. Okay. So let's learn about Purim. And the first is Parashas Zachor. Okay. So it says so that's what we had this Shabbos. Right. There is a mitzvah in the Torah to hear Parashas Zachor each year, by which we remember what a nation of Amalek tried to do to us in the Midbar, and Hashem saved us. Okay. There is much debate as to whether a woman is obligated to go to shul to hear Torah reading of Parashas Zachor. Okay. So Zachor means to remember. So to remember what Amalek did to us. The reason to exempt women. The reason to exempt women would be that it is not the way of women to fight in a war, and the mitzvah of remembering Amalek is commanded to is connected to mitzvah of eradicated Amalek. Okay, so that's is it a mitzvah? Yes, there is a mitzvah to hear this Megillah. And right, but women, first of all, it's something that connected with time, right? So, which is they're going to read this piece of the Torah at specific time. So it's only a few lines. So it's like exactly like 2.5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes even. So of course women are exempt. Right, one reason. Another reason is that remember what Amalek did to you. It's one of the 613 mitzvahs to eradicate Amalek. And Hashem said, "My name is not going to be complete until you raise Amalek." So it's going to happen only in Mashiach's time. Right, and Hashem echad u'shmo echad. That's what we say. And Hashem will be one, and His name is one. Right, but Hashem said, until this nation leaves, I'm not complete. In whatever it means. It's a long explanation, but that's what it is. Right. So and women do not go to war. So all of these things, like rifle, like guns and stuff like that. So they're prohibited for women to wear. To use, if it's for pikuach nefesh, for example, they to preserve the life. For example, they live somewhere in Israel, in some of the settlements, and there are these Arabs everywhere, and they can attack, and it's known danger. Yes, she would be allowed to carry a weapon, but otherwise not, absolutely not. Okay. Continue. Others contend that women can assist in battle in other ways, such as providing food and drink, or by offering medical assistance. Okay. Due to this latter opinion, it is a customary for women to attend Torah reading and to hear Parashas Zachor. Okay. So it's very interesting. This second opinion is actually from Minchas Chinuch. Okay. Okay. So he said, so since women indirectly, but they participate, so there is, I mean, if a woman is available, no problem, she should go, right? There is no question about it. But if she has other things to do to take care of the family, of course, she must take care of the family. As we answer on WhatsApp to this question, right? If she has a sick child that she must take care of, or go to read in Megillah, so she must take care of sick child. There is no question about it. Okay, so next one, Machatzis HaShekel. So that's actually, if you saw Rabbi Reuven, he sent Shlita, he sent several emails today, right, for Machatzis HaShekel. So let's see. On the afternoon of Ta'anis Esther, it is customary to donate 3 coins or to tzedakah. Right? Each coin should be 1/2 of the basic unit of the local currency. In the United States, it would mean $3.50. Right? In the United States, there is a coin 50 cents. Right? But in Israel, it's very interesting. There are different coins, and this coin is 1/2. Right? It's in sense as 50. Agarot, it says 1 like slash like 1/2, meaning half. Okay. All right. This is to commemorate the mitzvah of giving the Machatzis HaShekel in a time of Beis Hamikdash. We give 3 coins because the words the Truma portion is stated 3 times in a Parashas that discuss the giving of Machatzis HaShekel. So, okay, so they're not explaining here, but actually the Machatzis HaShekel is actually connected to a specific amount. Specific amount in the weight of silver, and we know how much if you check market prices of silver, so it would be proper to if you want. Of course, you can go with three half of the three coins, right? Wherever in your country, wherever you live, there is no problem, right? 3/2 of the amount, right? Or if you want to do mitzvah on the best way possible, so we convert whatever shekel in those days into grams, right? That's how silver is measured, and then see how much is a gram of silver. That's it. So I don't remember how much it comes out this year, but something like last year it was around $8-9 plus or minus. Okay. So of course you're not obligated, and it's proper to give for each family member. Okay. And in those days when we have temples, so it was one would be for upkeeping of the temple, one would be for buying communal offering. That's the most important part of the temple service, to bring the offering. And so one person was not allowed to sponsor, like let's say I want to sponsor the whole month of Adar with any month, right? With a daily offering. He's rich, he can afford, but we said absolutely not. So he and the poorest of the poor had to give half a shekel. And when we buy the communal offering, it's like from everybody else, from everyone else, from everybody in the nation of Israel. So everyone is included in the mitzvah. That's the proper way to do things. This rich person, he can bring his own offering. There is no problem. He can sponsor, I don't know, building like fixing the wall of the Beis Hamikdash. But not this, not communal offerings. There is a dispute whether a woman must give these 3 coins. Many women have a custom that their husband or father gives on their behalf. Likewise, it is customary to give 3 coins per person for children as well. So of course, and if she's a pregnant woman, she gives for a baby as well. It's not obligatory, and it's not obligatory to give for what is it, for children under the age of bar mitzvah. There is no obligation, but that's our custom is actually to do that. And our custom, as it says here, the man does it because it's like if you do it in a shul, for example, if you can do it in a shul, you can give it online. Like this money should go to the poor. Today we don't have we don't have offerings in the Beis Hamikdash. We don't have the Beis Hamikdash itself, so this money should go to the poor. But I say, as Rabbi Reuven, that he or the Shlita, right? He collects for poor who actually learn Torah. The poor people who bumps on the street who are doing drugs. Okay, if you want this course and sponsor this person so he would buy more drugs, that's a good investment, right? Right, or if you give it to in a shul, so it's usually there are plates, like several plates, right, on on other place, you exchange these coins. You lift it up, right? How many? Like for example, if you do it for four people, so you give enough money, whatever amount of money, and you lift these coins several times, put it down, so like for your kids. So it's like you acquiring these coins and you give it back to the shul. Okay. Okay. Continue. So one more time, you can go do it with the coins. You can send over the internet. There is no problem. So that's proper thing to do. Continue. So of course it is rabbinical, because biblical was only to give to the temple. Of course. The Megillah-reading. Women are obligated to hear the Megillah on Purim by night and by day. Okay. This is because they also included in the miracle. So same, I would say it's same is for a Pesach, right? So that since the miracle of Exodus from Egypt was it's because of the women, right? Because of the righteous women, whatever they did, and when we read the story of Pesach, how unfortunately many men gave up, and these fragile women actually were keeping up the spirited men, right? And because of them, thanks to them, we went out of Egypt. And our sages say, Zohar says, so this last Exodus from these exiles is also going to be because of the righteous women in the nation of Israel. And that's why it's one of the biggest tests in this generation for women is modesty. Right, that's why, right? If you want to be one of those who leads the whole nation of Israel out of the exile, so you have to be modest. Continue. This is because they also included miracle. We said that. That is, the Jewish nation was saved from Haman and his decree. The woman was saved as well. Okay, so I mean, Haman did not care. He just said, annihilate everybody, right? So women were saved as well. So as appreciation, we have to listen to the Megillah, right? Additionally, Queen Esther played prominent role in 7 Jewish women. Okay, that's a famous one. It is preferable to hear Megillah together with a minyan of 10 men. However, if that is not possible, it may be heard without men or even alone. Okay, so of course it is preferable. So if you can go to a place where they have a minyan, so the bigger the better, I guess. Not always better, because if there are many small children, people bring their children, and children do not know, they make noise, they like to play, right? That's the issue. So maybe not the biggest place, I would say, right, where you can hear clearly, not too many people. Okay, and so with a minyan preferable, but even without a minyan, sometime in a place where I live, so they ask who needs Megillah reading in their home. Right? So there are a few people who can read Megillah. I know these people, how many times they read a day. I mean, there are so many times they can read, but it's very hard. But they go to, for example, somebody cannot walk, somebody elderly person, homebound person, so they would go and read for that specific person only. No problem. If a woman hears Megillah read by a man who has already fulfilled his mitzvah, then she should make your own bracha, the Shmo Mikra Megillah, to hear the reading of the Megillah beforehand. Okay, so usually the person who reads Megillah, he says the blessing before. It's 3 blessings. One of the Shechianu, right, who gave us life and give us opportunity to live to this time, right? And on last one before on reading of Megillah. So, but since he already fulfilled the obligation, so he and since she can also say the blessing, so let her say the blessing. Of course, if it's a mixture of people, men and women, not mixed together, but women on the women's section and this guy repeats second time or third time. So, for example, tomorrow, I'm not sure how many people are going to read. I mean, is it going to be one person for two groups? Maybe 3 different people. I'm not sure what is the plan. But if he already read, so it's proper for a woman or another man, needless to say their own blessing. Okay, not to rely on his blessings. So all of these blessings are in your Megillah. And if you have a stone Chumash with English translation, this blue one, at the end of the Chumash you have 5 Megillahs. One of them is Esther, and I think there are blessings in there. I think. Okay. Continue. Eating and drinking before Megillah-reading. It is forbidden to eat before hearing Megillah, both by night and by day. This can be very difficult after the day of Ta'anis Esther, or for a woman who hears Megillah later in the morning, after men come home from the shul. If one is very hungry, she may have a small snack. She is less than 2 kizesim of food that is mizoines. One may eat as much as she needs of other foods, but again, only if she's very hungry. So let's stop here and try to understand. So first of all, when exactly do we read Megillah? At night. I'm talking about night. So we read after the fast ends. So in my shul, it was like fast ended. I think it was 6:35, 6:34, whatever it is. So 6:35 we pray Mariv, right? And right after Mariv, that's a proper procedure. We read the Megillah. So it's so all together applies until we got home. So it's like extra hour, plus or minus extra hour after the fast ended. So for example, if a woman did not go to shul, right, to hear Megillah, so she can eat right after. If she is not planning to hear Megillah, she can eat after the fast ends. There is no problem. But if she's going to hear the Megillah, so she has like continue to fast. I mean, no the food and drink unless it's she's very hungry. With men is much stricter, but if needed, they say if needed, so they can have some small snack right after the fast ends, so they can have a small snack if needed. Okay, and about mizonos, he said it's less than 2 kizesim. So 2 kizesim, as we said a few times, so it's kibeitzim. Kibeitzah is 2 ounces. It's 56 grams. Whatever you're using, it's 56 grams, but 2 ounces. Okay. So less than that, it's according to some opinions, not considered to be. I mean, of course, you say that the blessing afterwards, but you're not going to get satiated. That's the thing. Okay, continue. One may eat as much as she needs of other foods, but again, only if she's hungry. So if proper to not to eat, but if needed, of course, if she feels weak, of course, let her eat. Drinks are not intoxicating, may be drunk as much as necessary. So after the fast ends and before they reading the Megillah, no problem. But in the morning, it's also an issue, as he said. For example, some women that they switch, right? They wait until husbands come home. The husbands are going to babysit, and they go to the shul to hear the reading. Okay, so it's going to be much later. It's tomorrow longer davening. I don't think so. We read Torah, but not much. Okay, so but anyway. So preferably for her not to eat, but if needed, she can. Someone who is hungry, that she is become ill if she does not eat, is permitted to eat as much as she needs, but she should appoint someone to make sure that she does not forget to hear Megillah. Right, so especially people lose their heads a little bit after the fast, they start eating, and they might forget to go to hear the Megillah. For example, if you leave somewhere like in a place where people are going to come from different areas. For example, in the shul that I go, people come. Some people I never saw them. I saw them last year. So they have this tradition for, I don't know, for generation. They come to the shul. It's old shul to hear the Megillah. Okay, so of course we need to give them time. So I never saw them on Shabbos, so it looks like they cannot walk. Maybe they used to live in the neighborhood. I don't know. So of course the Megillah-reading is going to be like much later. Okay. Continue. Mishloach Manos. So now second mitzvah is it's third mitzvah, right? So first is this HaShekel. Second is to hear Megillah, and third Mishloach Manos. So what is it? It's gifts, right? One of the commandments of the day of Purim is to give a Mishloach Manos to another individual. Women are obligated in this mitzvah as well, because they were included in the miracle of Purim. So gifts make some people happy. Some poskim maintain that a woman who is married may fulfill her mitzvah through her husband, giving Mishloach Manos on her behalf. Okay, so it's very interesting. So if you are a couple, so it's to save your time. So we have to give to two friends, right? Two friends. So give to another married couple. Okay, like to save time. Some people, and I saw like literally like the guy in my block. So he opened his trunk, and like the seats, like the back seats were flat, and he has all of the bags. I don't know, like normal like 40 bags of all of the gifts. He even offered me. I said no, you keep it. I don't need your gifts. You understand? So some people take it too hard, like too far to give everybody gifts. And what exactly you're going to do other mitzvahs, like have Seudas with your family. You understand? Enjoy the time with your family when you're all around, right? Just imagine to deliver the story gifts, like 20 gifts, and then you have to speak to each person, I don't know, even 5 minutes. It's like half a day gone. Continue. Single girls. Okay, so if it's couple, so you give it to a couple. So because it is proper, it's not proper for a woman to give to a man, unless it's your father or your brother. That's a different story, right? But otherwise, men give to men, and women give to the women. So if I, from my family, I give to another couple, so there is no problem. So it's always enough. Like it's not like one cookie and one something else, right? It's enough for him, for her, for the kids, for everybody. So that's how you do mitzvah in bundles. Single girls and women should make sure to own at least one shaloch manos and give to another woman. Okay. So single girls, okay, so they say at least one woman. Okay, no problem. Mishloach manos should contain 2 foods that are ready to be eaten. One and must be sent to one person. The 2 food drinks may have the same bracha. So that's actually the famous misconception. Okay, so let's try to understand what it says here. These gifts, a gift that we give to a person must have 2 foods, right? Two separate foods. But they might have same bracha. So you can have I don't know, like give somebody raisins and what is it, oranges. Okay, if you want, there is no problem. But some people try. I mean, like in hands, it's not necessary. But so they would have 2 different blessings. So what is blessing? For example, they give some mizonos, cake, whatever, wafers, whatever they give, right? Cookies and another like a fruit or a bottle of wine, whatever they want. So, but it's not necessary. And all other things are extra. So this is the minimum 2 foods. So people give spend so much money. I mean, as for me, it's like my personal opinion, it's waste of money. I have much better investment of your money into eternity than using all these friends. And I saw I came like every time I go to this president of the shul, help him to do something whatever on the computer, right? And he has a porch. It's all in the bags. They're not going to eat. He's going to throw everything out. He just check who gave, and then that's it. Like 40 bottles of wine. You normal like all of these cookies. Who is going to eat all of these cookies? I hope he's going to give to some poor people, but that's waste of money. Okay. And next mitzvah is Matos LaEvyonim. So meaning gifts for poor. That's very important. That's more important than gifts for friends. Why? Right? Because friends, I mean, unless friends are also poor people, that's a different story. But if not, okay. Another mitzvah that we are obligated to do on Purim is to give. Actually, before we can, any questions on what we say? I apologize in advance. Any questions?
Rabbi.
Yes.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, go ahead, please.
So let's say Mishloach Manoach, right? If I want to send a gift to a person that we don't get along, right? Can I send them a gift indirectly through Shaliach?
Yeah, yes.
If I do send it, do I have to call them and tell them Hag Sameach?
No. Usually, it's proper to write down the name, right? If you give it in the bag, so usually on the bag there is on one of the handles there is a small card, or buy small cards, some greeting card, Happy Purim, right? Write it on the bag from such and such family. So, and I want to just add. So this thank you very much. It was good question. So this gifts. What is a gift? So my friend does not. He needs cookies. Like who needs this cookie? Who needs this wine? Maybe it's not his favorite wine, right? But it's to promote friendship. So people like to get gifts, like even useless gift they're going to throw or eat, not eat, doesn't matter. So that's what people like. They like to get gifts, and as this gentleman asks, so it's unbelievable. Especially like this person was your enemy. He thinks that that you wrong him or he wronged you. All of these things, and now you send them a gift and said that's from me. Don't send without a sign that is for me, right? So he knows where he's getting from. Yeah, and then it's proper to do it through shliach. It does not say here because everything is condensed. So if you can send through the shliach, through the messenger, that would be the best. Yes, go ahead.
So one more question: if I have two friends that I like and two friends that I don't get along, the highest mitzvah would be to give it to two friends that I don't get along.
Yes, correct. Yes. Mm-hmm. That's yes. So we're trying to sometimes it's misunderstanding. I give you an example. I left somebody a message and the person, I don't know what happened to me yesterday, but 3 people misunderstood my message, even though I think I was very clear. And then I listened to my message; it was very clear. They misunderstood. They thought that I was speaking about something else. Of course, it was nothing like offensive or something. But if it would be offensive, so a person would get offended, and that's it. So of course, you have to get all these people who you think that you're wrong, or you think that they misunderstood you. So you have to get along. Yeah, send them gifts. Friends are friends, but some friends again, some people expect. Are they going to eat this cookie? The guy is 70 pounds over. He's going to eat this cookie. You know, of course, he does not this cookie is poison, but still he expects because he sent you last year. So okay, there are still people like that, and I had to make peace between the people. You would not believe. Adults, I understand the kids and maybe teenagers. So he invited him for his bar mitzvah. It was 30 years ago, 30 years ago, and I invited him and his mother and grandfather and this and that, and now he did not invite me to his daughter's wedding. You moved away for 20 years ago, unbelievable. You understand? So some people are very sensitive. So if very sensitive, better to send them gifts just to keep peace. Okay. Any other questions?
Yes, I got Ralph.
Please go ahead.
Are women obligated to listen to the Megillah twice or just once?
According to this is twice, but if she cannot, for whatever reason, she has to take care of the kids, right? That's a primary responsibility. So whatever we said, if time allows, or like kids, like I don't know, they need to go. I don't know, whatever they need to go, and she has to take care. So there is no option for her. At least once, if it's possible, at least once, yes. But for men, it's 2 times. Okay. Any other questions?
Rabbi, sorry, one more question.
No, don't destroy. Go ahead.
Why it has to be 2 times? Why 1 time is not enough?
That's a good question. I remember the answer, and I don't right now. Because I think because the maybe something to do with a party. I don't know, like the wine party that Achashverosh and Haman came to Esther. Maybe that's one, but I'm speculating. It's not. I don't remember exactly. And second, about the bottle. Bottle was in the morning, not at night. That's my guess, but I'm sure there is a proper answer.
Thank you, brother.
Okay, you're welcome. Any other questions? We'll continue. Okay.
Yes,
Go
one more
ahead.
question. So in your opinion, the bags are really for just like the little kids and whatnot, not so much for the adults?
I said again a little louder. I apologize.
The bags, like the bags that they give out, or whatever, really more or less are for the small kids and stuff, not so much for the adults, in your opinion, right?
No, it depends who. Like if for example, in the shul next to me, they like to have this kids party. Like many kids come with a costume. They give a prize for the best costume, this and that. So they give them small gifts. But those gifts are for the kids. The gifts that we are talking about is between adults. So I give the gift to my friend. Okay, so that's to show that we are friends. It is a show of friendship. I don't know. Like as I said, of this example of the guy with story bags, he's going to eat this cookie. Okay, no. Understand? So if they give it to the kid, they meant to give it to the kids. So that's why I said write down the name from whom is it? Like from this family to that family. Okay, so I know that we received a gift from that family. Maybe sometimes it's a good idea to have a few more bags just in case. Somebody like from nowhere, like somebody likes you and they call like will drive by and they ring your bell. I have a gift for you. Here we go. So it would be a proper for you to have like extra gift just in case and give a gift to that person just in case. Okay, no problem. Any other questions? Well, okay, so let's continue. So the next mitzvah, and it's very, very important mitzvah, Matanos LaEvyonim, right? So meaning gifts for the poor. Another mitzvah that we are obligated to do on Purim is to give Matanos LaEvyonim, a gift for the poor. This means giving presents to 2 poor people. So technically they say you with a friend, you could go away with 1 friend, right? For example, if you give a gift to another couple, right? There's another couple, so it's actually for you give to this guy, right? And your wife gives to the lady of the house, right? So even though it's one package, but you give to you give to couples, so kids are, unless they grown up, they're not counted, right? So it's actually you give to 1 person. Okay, but with the poor people, you have to give to 2 poor people, right? to each one of them. Again, women obligated to this mitzvah since they were included in the miracle. Right? And okay. The thing is why women might not be included in this mitzvah. It's very simple. The symbol is very the reason is very simple. When a couple gets married, so when man signs a ksuba, so he signs for three things, right? So he signs to provide shelter, food, and intimacy, right? Meaning that he has to pay all of the expenses. A man has to pay all of the expenses. So whatever, meaning what? If wife works, she may make 3 times more than he. So all of this money, it's not hers, right? It belongs to man. So if he allowed her to spend whatever spent, so she can spend. But if she's not allowed, let's say he's making $100,000, but he's very greedy, right? So he said, if poor men come knock at the door, don't give more than 50 cents. Okay, she can give $5, but he said 50 cents. So she's not allowed to give $5. And actually, the halacha is this poor man or whatever collector of the tzedakah, he's not allowed to take money from a woman. Right? If he knows or suspects that she would give more than the husband would approve, so she wants to give $50. So that's he said, I cannot take it from him if he's God-fearing person, right? Because it's a stealing, right? If she does it behind the husband's back, and he would not be happy, that's 100% stealing. Okay, that's why they say that's why every time. This rabbi has to explain to us, the women are also obligated, and also obligated. So we assume that the husband would not mind. Okay. So one more time, there is no clear. No, we did not read that. Okay, there is no clear consensus among the poskim as to how much exactly should be given to constitute matana gift. Matana is a gift. Poskim advise that it should be at least amount of food that make minimal meal or enough money to purchase that amount of food. Okay, so if you want to give them in food, right, or you usually will give them with the money. Let them decide what to buy, right? So usually two types of foods. Meaning what they want, for example, they be able to buy a bag of chips or a package, even small package of cookies and something to drink, bottle of water or juice. Well, so that's I don't know, in the States depends where you live. I don't know, maybe $3, $4, something like that. Okay. But it's a minimum, so we're not talking. Of course, the more you give, the better it is. But the minimum is like that. So whatever it costs in your country, wherever you live. Continue. Usually, one gives his donation to Rav, who still distribute it to Purim to poor family. So the proper way is to give it on the Purim or before the Purim, so they would use this money on Purim. So that's why Rabbi Reuven Shlita, he started this campaign a few weeks ago, right, 3 weeks ago or so, to collect. So you need to send the money, then you have to distribute the money. So these people have to enjoy and be happy. This the suffering as it is. So if somebody gives the money, so show that we support you, and so it's very good. Continue, right? So they should enjoy it on Purim. When the man gives this money to the Rav, he should give on behalf of his wife and his children as well. So it's very important. Not always you have to say it out loud. For example, if you give on internet and there is no this notes field, right? So even if you think in your mind, so I give whatever I give. $50, let's say, and it should be from me, from my wife, and from my 3 kids. That's enough. You want to say it out loud, maybe even better, right? But it should be explicitly. So this should cover. So everybody should get the mitzvah. So it's not automatic. So if you give, it's assume that it's from yourself. Okay. And another thing, for example, if you don't know any poor people, you don't for example, of course, we just told you about this campaign. For example, a person is not part of this campaign. He's living, I don't know, somewhere else. I don't know. He was in a hospital, but a person designated that I'm going to give like such and such amount of money to poor, so he can give it later on. There is no problem, and it's going to be counted because he was in a hospital, as he actually gave it on that day. And the last mitzvah on Purim is Seuda Purim. Right? Seuda, it means the meal. Women should eat bread. So that's a famous misconception. So as I said, don't go to this party. So this party is full of modesty. It's always by default, unless you live somewhere in Yasharim in Yerushalayim. That's somewhere in Borough Park, not all of the places in Borough Park, but on 13th Avenue or something, right? Or Lakewood, not in all of the Lakewood, but most of Lakewood, not in everywhere in Monsey, but in some places on the Monsey. You understand? So, but otherwise, it's better not to go to these parties. Especially you don't accomplish anything with that whatever party. Its use is exactly zero, right? Why? Because the Purim Seuda is actually by day, right? So they won, they fought, they fasted before the Jews fought the enemies. They actually fasted, right? So you can imagine how big the miracle was when a person is fasting. He's very weak. First of all, Jews were never great warriors to begin with, right? And now they are weak from fasting, right? And now they go to battles, and Hashem made all these endeavors successful, right? So the Seuda, the actual like meal, it's actually by day, tomorrow by day, not tonight, tomorrow by day. And same with all of these three others, like the gifts to the poor and gifts to the friends. Not tonight, tomorrow. Okay, so it says women should eat bread, meat, and drink revis of wine. Okay, or grape juice for Purim Seuda. Okay, so let's stop here. So first, bread, since it is a mitzvah, Seuda mitzvah. When it says mitzvah, we have to eat bread. So many people call everything mitzvah, which is not, but this is actually mitzvah. Right? And drink wine. Why do we drink wine? Because the change of the story started with when Esther, Hamalka, invited Haman and Achashverosh to her wine party, right? And they drank, and Haman behaved as usually Hamans do, and that's the rest is history. So in commemoration of this, we should drink wine. So if revis of wine, revis, as we said, approximately it's minimum 3.1 ounces. If it's too much for you, okay, of course you have to suffer it. First of all, you can drink a grape juice, or you're not obligated to drink, just drink a little. Okay. Continue. This meal should begin before sunset on Purim. So some people, first of all, we don't work on Purim, right? Even it's not a holiday like a Pesach or a Succos or like Yom Kippur, but it's proper not to work on Purim. Okay. So, but some people who decided to work on Purim, let's say they heard the Megillah, they gave the gifts to the friends, or they send wives, they send kids, doesn't matter. They send somebody. Still, they have to start this meal before the sunset. Okay. Sunset tomorrow. There is Ala Nisim is recited even if the meal continue after the sunset. So and one addition to Shmona Esrei. To Shmona Esrei we say Ala Nisim is for all of these miracles that Hashem did for us on Purim day, and same a little different wording is actually in Birchas Hamazon. So be careful, since you read it only once a year. Only once a year you read this Purim like Ala Nisim. So it's in the beginning, in the very beginning. Be careful. It's very beginning Birchas Hamazon. We say Ala Nisim. Okay, we finish with Purim. Any questions on the Purim? Go ahead. Any question?
Rabbi,
Yeah, go ahead.
question. In regards to HaShekel, and also to give to the poor. Let's say a person goes tonight to the synagogue to listen to the Megillah, and there's two boxes. One box is for the gifts for the poor, another one box is for the give the money for the HaShekel. Does a person need to say anything explicitly before putting the money in?
Yes, absolutely. That's a good question. So first of all, I want to clarify what the gentleman just said. So first of all, you're not obligated to give in a shul. You want to give in a shul, you can give in a shul. You want to give send to somewhere else. Okay, thank you. So you want to send somewhere else, you can send somewhere else. But when you give this this donation, for example, as I said, like it's not usually box, it's usually on a plate, like these 3 coins that Machatzis HaShekel, right? That you're going to lift and put it down. So of course you say that's mentally, that's for my wife, right? That's for me. That's for my kids. This kid, that kid. You can do. I do for my mother also. I mean, you can give do for the whole family. One guy today, I noticed, like he was doing. I don't know. He probably put there like $50 for 10 people minimum. I don't know, maybe more than 10, right? So you in all of these things, you can be a shliach. Some people cannot go the homebound, so you can be a shliach. So it's proper, and also for the poor, just you can say mentally, that's from all my family. From me, it's from family. Go ahead.
What if a person doesn't say that? Count as a mitzvah?
I mean, yeah, it's count as a mitzvah because like after the fact, that's what he meant, right? Like if we say, for example, we said that the minimum, these 3 coins or like 50 cents each, it's $1.50. So if he gives $10, $20, it's like understandable. It's not that amount. Unless he would say, I want to do equivalent to the silver. If it's not connected to silver, so it's like most of the people they would do $1.50. So of course this $20 is for the whole my family. But it's proper to give them also reward, like explicit reward.
Yeah, but it still counts.
Yes. So after the fact, yeah, absolutely, 100% counts. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no doubt about it. Yes, but it's proper to give them kavod. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. So no other questions. So we can do a little of our regular topic. So our regular topic is Succos, and we go to Lulav and Esrog. So it says a woman is exempt from taking Lulav and Esrog on Succos because it is time-bound mitzvah. However, some poskim write that women have accepted the mitzvah upon themselves, and now it is obligation. Ashkenazi custom that a woman recites bracha when she takes Lulav and Esrog. So it's very interesting. As we said before, some women, for example, if they have time and they want to do it, they want to do mitzvah, and it's not hard for them, and family is not going to suffer. I mean, she's not going to neglect her regular duties. So absolutely, she can do it. Same is in Ashkenazic circles and Sephardic circles. But what is the difference? That's the main difference between Ashkenazic tradition and Sephardic tradition. So in Ashkenazic, if she wants to do it, she said, I want to do it. Okay, I want to do it as a mitzvah, so she can say blessings. So, and especially if she's done it for 3 times in a row, 3 years in a row, so it becomes her obligation. Of course, she can annul the vows, there is no problem. But if she wants to continue doing, there is no problem whatsoever. So she can take this Lulav and Esrog. There is no problem. But of course, there is mitzvah that is bound to time. It's only during the day. Continue. A woman should remove her rings from the fingers before taking Lulav and Esrog. This is so that there will be no separation between her fingers and Lulav and Esrog. If one forgot to do so, she should remove them and take Lulav and Esrog again, without repeating the blessing. So technically, once we just took this Lulav and Esrog in our hand, that's it. We fulfill the mitzvah. So there are different custom how the people do that. I think Sephardi custom, correct me if I'm wrong, they do not take Lulav, the Esrog, and until they say blessing. That's for sure. It's bulletproof, right? Why? Because as soon as you took them together, like even without joining, you did the mitzvah, right? Of course, we have to join. Four species in the right hand. This is in the left hand. Right? You join together and you shake. Okay, but even if you took in your hands, that's it. You fulfill the mitzvah. So Sephardi custom, from what I understand, not to take. Ashkenazi custom is different. We take this esrog upside down, wrong way, so it does not count as you took it. So and then you say blessing, and then you turn in the right way. That's why if you're Ashkenazi, don't buy the huge esrog, like huge. How you exactly going to turn around? Of course, you can put on a table, but that's a different story. Okay. Okay, so and for women and especially the rings. So rings she must remove because it's considered to be separation. Chatzitza, we call it chatzitza. There is no problem. I would say there is no problem with the band-aid, right? Because you usually do not care. But like for example, today get dirty, but or scratch or something, right? But you would not want something to be done to your ring, so that's why it's not nullified. Understand? Band-aid nullified, but this ring is not. So if she did, for example, if she said a blessing, if she is Ashkenazi, she said a blessing, and forgot to remove the ring, she removes the ring, right, and then take a get without the blessing. All of the repetition, whatever we did, we do most of the time without the blessing. Continue. The Gemara tells us that on the first day of Succos, one must own the Lulav and Esrog in order to fulfill the mitzvah. Okay. It is not sufficient to borrow them from someone else. For those outside of Eretz Israel, it is true for the first 2 days of Succos. So it's very interesting. So we can fulfill the mitzvah of Lulav and Esrog only with our own, and it's not stolen. So if somebody stole from somebody, he cannot. The mitzvah is not counted, and we cannot borrow, right? But of course, there is a way around. If there are two adults, we can give each other gifts. So I can give somebody a gift. I did my mitzvah. I gave somebody my Lulav and Esrog as a gift. Person shook it, and he can give me this gift back. There is no problem. So it was his. When he started shaking, it was his at 100%. When he gave to me, it became again mine. That's why we're not allowed to give to children. Why? What is the problem? Children, they cannot return to you. Okay, because they cannot transfer the property. Adults can, but children. So once you give to your child, that is very good, but it stays with the child. That's why it's proper to buy maybe a little like cheaper set for a child. Okay, or give after 2 days, but try not to give. We'll see what happens. Okay. So continue. Therefore, it is important for anyone who does not have her own Lulav and Esrog to acquire ownership of them when using someone else's. Right. So she, of course, if it's she wants to shake the husband's Lulav and Esrog, there is no problem whatsoever, because when he was buying it, he was buying for the whole family, right? At least for him or for her. And same in a synagogue, actually. So many times in all of the shuls that I went to, they have depends on the size of the shul, 2 or 3 sets extra, both with communal money, right? So with intention, it should belong to anybody. Like all of the guests, whoever came, it belongs to them, temporarily. Of course, they have to return, but temporarily. After a person fulfilled the mitzvah, the Lulav and Esrog transfer back to the owner. Okay, so she can take it as a gift and give it gift to somebody else, back to owner, not somebody else, owner. Preferably, this should be stated explicitly by both parties. So he said, here's the Lulav and Esrog. Okay, I give it to you as a gift, but you have to give it back. She said, okay, I accept it and I'm going to give back. That's it. If, however, such intention were not expressed, the mitzvah is nevertheless fulfilled after the fact. So, of course, we don't want to be after fact Jews. That's not smart, to say the least. Right, it's not smart. And we try to do everything in a proper way. So do it explicitly. Using someone else's without permission is considered stealing. However, we assume that the person is pleased when someone uses his possessions for the purpose of the mitzvah. Therefore, a person is allowed to borrow Lulav and Esrog from someone else without permission. It says Rema, but it's not, is it always so? Absolutely not. So if you know that the person is very particular person and he does or she does not like her things or his things be touched, that's it. So you're not allowed. So for him, if that person is not around, you took this person anything, Lulav, Esrog, whatever you say, it's still 100%. So there is no mitzvah. It's only transgressions. But general idea is that people pleased when somebody else is doing mitzvah with their things. So in this case, so if you know that person is like that, so you can do the mitzvah take without their permission. However, if the owner is nearby, one should certainly ask permission. That's normal. Also, if one knows that the owner is particular that the people not to use his Lulav and Esrog, it is forbidden. I would say it's this Esrog, especially if it has pitum and it's easily breakable and stuff like that, and somebody does not know how to handle, and this woman has nails and she can scratch this even accidentally this Esrog and make it puzzle. So who needs that? Even if the owner would allow it, but the woman want the borrower to use them on a constant basis, it is forbidden. Okay, so maybe one time is allowed, but on a constant basis, it is forbidden. The Lulav or Esrog may be used only when they are borrowed, not taken not taken to another location. So I mean, if you just a second. So okay, you borrow from someone, don't take anywhere else, because I think it's danger of breakage or something. Okay. So we can stop here. All right. Any questions on any topic? Okay, so no problem. Any questions? Last call. Okay, so all right. Thank you very much for everybody to join. Baruch Hashem. May this be a big blessing and be schus for all of us to learn Torah, especially in a day when many Jews just neglect it. And it's very important. So tomorrow is very, very special day. Purim day, very, very special. It's now rabbinical literature says it even higher than Yom Kippur. So to pray for all your spiritual needs tomorrow. So make sure that you designate time. If a man go to shul to pray with minyan, but for a woman, make sure that husband once a year take care of the kids, give you some room, and you go close the door, with Tehillim, with the Siddur, and cry and ask Hashem for all of the spiritual things, not physical things. Or physical things needs only for to complement the spiritual. If there is no spirituality, these physical things are only going to ruin you and your life. Understand? So tomorrow, remember, it's a very special day. Okay.
Rabbi,
yes, go ahead.
Question in regards to Tehillim.
Thank you.
You're
Purim
welcome.
Sameach.
Chag Sameach.
Is it like a good thing to finish the whole Tehillim during the Purim?
If it's I said that it's first of all, Purim is not so long, right? It's only one day. And so many things to do. So you have to have Seudas, you have to give all the gifts, you have to go here in Megillah again. and just spend time with your family. And plus, if you're asking about mitzvah, so the mitzvah start learning laws of Pesach tomorrow afternoon. That's the mitzvah, because from tomorrow, like afternoon, like it's exactly 30 days and until the Pesach. So, and the Pesach is holidays, like so many laws. So here you see we covered, of course, in summary, the laws of Purim in 1 hour. So, and like whatever I did not say, maybe another 20 minutes. Like, and basically you're done. You're good with Purim. But if you're talking about Pesach, so it's like hours and hours of preparation. But Beezrat Hashem, closer to that day, we're going to cover like how to kosher your kitchen and how you spend 95% of your time, minimum. Okay, maybe more. Okay, so
Thank you, Rabbi.
Chag Sameach, all the best. So until tomorrow. So as don't listen to the clowns who said that it's a mitzvah to drink. Shulchan Aruch says very clearly, Mishnah Berurah, Ramah, all of these great people, they say drink more than you usually drink. So, or sometimes the people, like say, if you want to do revi'is or wine, 3 ounces, go to take a nap, 1 hour, 2 hours, and it says some rabbis say, even if you take a nap, so they say, well, what is the mitzvah? So you would not know the difference between holy, blessed Mordechai and cursed Haman. So you would not know. So when you sleep, when you take a nap, 1 hour, so you really not know the difference. So there is a way around. You don't have to then get drunk. Hopefully I see you all tomorrow at night. Beezrat Hashem is going to continue with our class Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. Thank you very much and good night.
Chag Sameach.